Whew. It's kind of, it's a bit humid. It's a bit, it's not humid, it's not hot and humid. It's a bit, there's kind of mist, it's kind of a misty in the air today. It's just, it's just, high percentage, of water in the air today. Kind of shady. It's a little bit dark. It looks like a lot of clouds heading over whatever the hell, heading into the ocean. Oh, I feel good. I feel good because last 2 nights I've been getting a lot of sleep. And I say getting a lot of sleep because I went to sleep at 9:30 and then 10:30. That's a lot of sleep for me. Well, it's not a lot of sleep for me. It's just more sleep than I usually get. So I'm feeling pretty rested. And although, today the drive home is going to take about 50 minutes or 50 minutes to an hour. I'm feeling good. So I didn't have a podcast yesterday because I made this playlist. I spent like a very long time on making this playlist, and I just had to listen to it. I made this playlist for baseball. It took me about an hour and a half, probably an hour and a half that I should have spent better. But making playlists is fun. And so it comprises of rap, mostly rap and hip hop, and then some rock, and then there's one country song, if I remember correctly, which I know I'm remembering correctly because I know there's one country song in there. Oh man, someone's playing their music. I don't know if you can hear it, but it's loud. Anyways, it's 6:04 at the time I'm recording this. Well, I started around like 6:02 to be more specific, but it doesn't really matter since you're listening to it later. Let me just see who this person is playing loud music. I wonder if I can. This may be a faulty endeavor, but whatever. Yeah, I don't know them. Oh, anyways, long road ahead. It's humid. Playing baseball. Oh yeah, so the playlist. Let me describe the playlist. So I was saying long road ahead because it's gonna be a bit of a drive. It's gonna be pretty long of a drive. Anyway, so yeah, the playlist. It's we animated it for baseball because we started playing music during baseball practice. Because for me at least, music surrounds me all the time. I'm always listening to something, either good or bad. So silence right now is it's kind of nice. It's kind of relaxing. But after a while, I just want to listen to something. Just want to hear something. That's why, as I said previously, I'd rather go blind than deaf. So yeah, this playlist was made for baseball. So what the hell is that person walking on the side of the road? Walking on the wrong side. Pro tip: if you're walking on the street at night, you walk towards traffic. You walk onto the lane of oncoming traffic. So that, holy moly, what are you doing? Broski! Whatever. I'm a little tired. I'm not tired, I want to fall asleep. I'm just physically tired. I'll get onto that later on why though. But yeah, it's just, so stay safe so you can see oncoming and avoid it. So pro tip. So if you're ever walking on the street at night, for some reason, because there's no sidewalk, you gotta walk on the lane, on the side. You gotta walk on the left side of the road. onto oncoming traffic. I mean, unless PCH. PCH is kind of hard, though, because if you're on that left side, there's nothing over there. But you shouldn't be walking on PCH. Anyway, so this playlist I made for baseball, it's comprised of mostly songs I like to listen to. Well, maybe mostly. I'm not really sure, because it's 4 hours. It's pretty damn long. So, it's, I don't really have an extensive rap knowledge. I just know artists, and then I know a couple good songs from each, or a couple good songs that I like from each. Oh, something happened. I'm alone, so that wasn't me. And so I just try to pick good feeling songs like those. I by Kendrick Lamar. That's kind of my ideal song. It's not like hard. It's not like hard, and it's not like laid back. It's energetic and kind of happy-go-lucky again. That's kind of my ideal song. And then it's got a good rhythm, and then the vocals are amazing. So yeah, it's mostly rap and hip hop because, well, I mean, I don't want to. A lot of the music I like, they don't like. Like, I would have those in jazz band. I would have Moanin' by I'd have Moanin' on that playlist if it was my own personal playlist. But no one on the baseball team is really going to appreciate jazz, except there's one kid named Lucas who's in fuck. Damn it. Sorry about that. Holy cannoli. Except for Lucas. He's in Symphony. Shout out to him, but he doesn't listen to this, nor do I ever want him to listen to this. But if he does listen to this and bribes me with it for some reason, I have a video of him as Conrad from Bye Bye Birdie when he was in 6th grade. So, when he was going from 6th to 7th grade. So, I want to show that in the lock-in. So, if there's any incentive, Tommy and Sam, to go to the lock-in, I have an incentive. I have a DVD disc of Lucas. Last name. Shit, I just said his last name. What minute? 7:50. I gotta go change that. Go. Personal note. Hold on. Yeah, sorry, I accidentally said his last name. Which, to help her name anonymity. Crap. Hold on. Let me figure out this word for a moment. Okay, so it's anonymous anonymity. There we go. Anonymity. I got hit in the head today. Anonymity. I'll explain that later too. Like, I got hit in the head. Anonymity. So yeah, this playlist, bum ba-dum bump, ba-dum ba-dum bump, except sax, and it's like sweet, and then it's just like chaos, with other brass solos, other saxophone and brass solos. Yeah. So yeah, so yeah, that's what I would do. Sorry if I'm less insane today. I'm a little out of it because I got hit in the head. Well, okay, let me go into that story. That seems a little bit more intriguing. But let me finish up the, god damn it. Alright, I'm sorry for the cursing. Anonymity. Yeah, that's a word. So yeah, it's just a playlist. So I like the playlist. It's fun. The only unfortunate part is it has to be clean, and a lot of clean rap songs. It's like, yeah, mother, I got in a put it in a because like half the words are bleeped out because they're curse words. So yeah, which is like an unfortunate part. The unfortunate part is I'm making it for the team, not just for myself, because if it's for myself, it would be bomb. But my team's got bad taste in music, so what can you do? Or I got bad taste in music, but what's more likely? I kid. That woman is running across the tracks. And it's like ding, 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 ding. What is you doing? I gotta turn left up ahead. Anyways. So yeah, I got hit in the head today during baseball practice. Before games, we hit, we do BP. A batting practice. BP stands for batting practice. So we have this L screen. It's called L screen because it looks like a big fat L. It's like a square, but the top right quadrant, if you're is taken out of it. If you're looking at a whole a graph, it's the first quadrant that is just removed, so you can throw and then duck out the way. Unfortunately, I didn't duck. So we were doing it, and I was hitting, and unfortunately, I didn't duck out the way quick enough. So kid on the baseball team named Remy. I threw it, and he hit it he spanked it, and it was a line drive up the middle, and I ducked, but I didn't get low enough, and then it hit the side of my helmet. I was just dazed for a little bit. Actually, I was also slurring my words. I'm not still slurring my words, but it dazed me. I was alright. I'm alright. I was alright, and I'm still alright. It's just, and it left a big white mark on the helmet. He drilled it, and I ducked, and it just, ooh. Oh yeah, sorry. That might be why I'm a little slow right now, because I might be just a little bit confused or something. Anyway. So yeah, that's what happened in baseball practice today. We got a game tomorrow at 5. Shit. Sugar mama. I was supposed to... What if I U-turn here? Oh, there's a ballet school. Oh, nice. I passed quite a few ballet schools on the way home from school. What was I talking about? I'm sorry. I'm still oh yeah, we got a game tomorrow at 5. So those of you in Acadec that want to stay late and I can give a ride home, you know who you are. Or you don't know who you are, and I'm just being really about it. But yeah. So it's at 5. Starts at 5. It's probably gonna end around 8. And if you want to ride home, I can give you a ride home. You know who you are. This is that kind of weird thing to announce over a podcast. Just be like, I can give you a ride. But again, I mean, it's only 8 people who listen to this. If I was broadcasting to a national audience, that would be different. Except I'm not. Yeah, so, anything else happened today? Oh, yeah. I did badly on an AP Physics test. I'm going to go in tomorrow for help because, holy moly, do I need it. Good Lord, I suck at physics right now. It's just, beyond me. I could have done a little bit better. She's just flat out texting on her phone. She doesn't give a crap. Ugh. Oh my god, I am seriously happy. Yeah, cause oh god, it's a lot. Caroline knows what I'm talking about. But it's just crazy. It's crazy. It's just I I don't know, I kind of I like taking that class because it expands my knowledge, but like it's like terrible. It is pretty freaking hard. Like, I kind of give up. I've given up in that class. I don't want to give up. I just need like a C or better, but I did really badly on the test, so. So yeah, I gotta improve. Hopefully in electromagnetism I can, kind of restart and rebuild. But that, but I gotta kind of get on this right now because I'm just doing so bad in that class. I just can't get a D or a fail. That may be the grade I have in right now. I don't know. I haven't checked. I don't really like to check my grades because it just gives me unneeded anxiety, and I just try to do my best. Or I'm just giving an excuse. I don't know. Ah, crap. This is a terrible move. But I have to do it. Else I'm going to be stuck here forever. Sorry, that's just a weird little intersection. Anything else to talk about? That kind of makes me depressed, so I don't want to talk about that anymore. Because it's... I just hate... I don't know. Okay, let me talk about, it's partly the reason. The class is in the style of, a lecture, and I do bad in lecture classes, because, my mind is in a million places at once, and I'm just thinking of everything else. I'm not, I pay attention and I just slip out in and out of attention. I'm what happened today? What am I gonna do later today? I'm processing things that have happened, and that's why I want to go to a smaller college, because if I'm in a lecture hall, I'm gonna have to spend time at the lecture hall and then go back or in my residence and reteach it to myself because I didn't pay enough attention in the lecture. I kind of like an interaction because your mind is active. I like AP Gov because we are constantly going back and forth talking, making connections, and as my teacher says, synthesizing. Also like my English class because it's not necessarily supposed to be a constant conversation, but it kind of is. The teacher's really cool, and we learn a lot, and it's interesting and stuff. I'm fine. Math is okay too because we're working in groups and we're collaborating and doing stuff. But literally something smells weird. But literally all we do in physics is we're just listening. It's just listening and taking information, and that's I just don't like it. And in AP Bio last year, the teacher I had, took, made us do stuff, that we had to produce cellular respiration, and we had to, design a diagram for photosynthesis. Those two processes, by the way, are crazy, and they're pretty big things, but they weren't tested on in the AP exam, which is just absolutely nuts. So anyway, so yeah, that's why I want to go to smaller college or university. Just so it's more of a conversation, and it's a little more intimate, and my focus is in, and it's not drifting during class. And then I kind of I just need to get back on track in AP Physics. It's also hard because, just I'm tired and stuff, and I don't want to make excuses, but it's not easy. It's not easy. Caroline knows what I'm talking about because she's got softball and academic after school every day. So, that's a she's doubling down on the extra crap, I missed my turn. She's doubling down on the extracurriculars, and so kudos. She knows the struggle. She knows the struggle that we're going through. It ain't easy. But it's not just people in AP Physics. But let's side note. It's just not people in AP Physics that are taking the hard route. All of y'all listen. You need to give yourself more credit than you're giving yourself. Unless you're like totally overconfident, which I really doubt anyone that's listening to this is. You gotta give. Hold on, let me try to find the right words. You gotta give more credit to yourself. Kudos to yourself that you're doing. You're working hard. You're doing a lot. Like I told my friend Sam, earlier this year or last year, I don't remember. But I told her that she's doing she did marching band. She's doing academic, and the whole enchilada. I was like, she's like, oh, I'm so lazy. Well, I mean, maybe sometimes you're downtime, but you're still working hard. And that goes for all of y'all. Unless you really don't do anything, you're working hard at something, all right? But don't settle for that. Don't settle for being like, meh. Or do, I don't know. But, just, if you're working hard and you're staying late and you got extracurricular activities and stuff, and you gotta give yourself credit. You realize that you're doing a lot. That it's not easy. Alright? There's people that go home. Like, it always bothers me. There's people that go home at like 2:08. And it's like, but you could be doing, I think. Or not. Go. Go. Glow, you cracker. I actually don't know what I have to say. But like, they got to the forward stop sign first. Anyway, so yeah, all of y'all. Yeah, all of y'all listen to this. This is to you. Yes, you. If you're listening with another person, then yes, both of you. If you're listening with 3 people, yes, all of you. When you do things, it's cool. Those of you in F&L, it's staying late. That's time that could be spent doing something else. But no, you're doing F&L and you're being part of production. You're helping. And even though it may not seem like a lot, it's more than a lot of people do. Anyways, enough about that. There's something else I want to talk about. Oh, yeah. Okay, so I usually don't go too far into my personal life and my personal issues. Well, actually, strike that. I don't go to, so let me explain my situation. So, I was dating someone for like over a year, for a pretty long time, and then we broke up. Well, I broke up with her, and during the fall musical, during the weeks of fall musical, for reasons that's not what it's about. And that was about October, whatever. And basically, all the friends that I've been hanging out with, kind of like just ejected me, which is, they're just like, no, they just started ignoring me, they didn't even, like, looking down, not looking at me while I was passing them in the hall, and then, some other ugly stuff, but, yeah, so it's like, it's just, it's a little bit weird. So initially I thought it was like, oh, because I broke up with her, they don't like me anymore. But asking a friend, I just stopped talking to them. I just, that's why I hang out in the band room more, and I moved on. And so like recently I was like asking, friend of a friend who also aren't friends with him anymore for other reasons. Because she goes to a different school. Well, actually, it's my ex-girlfriend. So I was like, why are they... Because she had been in a lot more contact with him than I am. So I was like, do you know why they ignore me and, like... I mean, like, really ignore me. Don't even look at me when I'm passing them. And then... some other uglier stuff. And, well, they say I was a douchebag, and I can believe that, because sometimes I can get a little douchey. I try not to be, but sometimes I can get a little douchey. I admit that, and, well, yeah. And then, so, yeah, after that preamble, and yeah, that's about as deep as I'm going to go with that. So, LAPD, oh, that's a criminal bus. So yeah, after long period, basically, recently, we were in AP Gov, and we were reviewing some flowcharts. Those in AP Gov know what I'm talking about. Those are not. We made flowcharts for how a bill becomes a law. Basically, an extended written form of I'm just a bill on top of Capitol Hill. Yeah. So, just a long form of that. And we had to write sticky notes and be like, edit it. Just be like, oh, you made a mistake here. That's how you can fix it, whatever. Constructive criticism stuff. And then all of a sudden, one of my friends, I'm in a group with, we worked in groups, and I'm, permanent groups. And so I'm in a group with one of the friends, I'm just going to say ex-friends, just so, I have a name for them. And, I guess I have a name that I can reference him by. Started talking about, like, how I abandoned them, and it kind of, like, in, like, a shady way. It'd just be like, and it was just strange. And I kind of just ignored it at the time, because I didn't want to start a big thing, because there's, 3 other people. Okay, there's two ex-friends in the group, and so there's 2 other people also there, and they had no idea what the hell's going on, and I just chose to ignore it, because I didn't want to, like, talk about it while we were doing work. Ugh. And then today, so that was yesterday, and so today, after AP Physics class ended, I was like, hey, ex-friend who started talking weirdly, what was that about? Like, okay, my exact words were like, were you trying to tell me something? I was just acting, and then I was like, I may have been a little dickish, but I was like, sorry, I stopped listening because it was weird. And she said, no, which is a flat out lie. And then she went to talk to another ex-friend, not the one in the senior group, and it was like, Jake asked about it. I don't know. It's just like, what in the God's name? Like, I don't really know. I can't really comprehend this. Sorry, I'm venting, and I shouldn't really. I don't really think I should talk about this, but I'm just avoiding. But like, this one person told me never to talk to them outside of class again, and then now is like talking something like never that I abandoned them or something. It's just like, I don't know. And then she refuses to explain, and then and so it's just a little bit annoying, and it's just like but it's just a little frustrating, just because I'm like, you try to tell me something, but you're not going to tell me what you want to say. And I don't know. I really don't know what in the name of the flying spaghetti monster is going on. But it's just, but I've moved on for them. Unfortunately, I should probably keep in contact with some of them, because some of them, they're cool. My friend, I'm not going to name because he's part of the group, and then if you know the group, yeah. Friend is pretty cool. I share a locker with her because my locker is nowhere near all of my classes. And then my friend, got some other friends, who I will name because they're not really, solidly connected with them. And so my friend Galan, who you should totally vote for, most likely to succeed, by the way, seniors. You can look up his last name on Facebook. He's a real cool guy. Like, you know, oh my lordy. Oh lordy. This is bad. This is very bad. Good Lord, this is terrible. Alright, I'm turning. Oh, Jesus. Oh, Lord. Jesus, Mary, and Joseph. This is terrible. This is so bad. I wish I could show you what I'm in right now, but, like, I have to, else I will never go anywhere. So, yeah. Sorry, bro. But an administrator. I have to live in that name, too. What time is it? 31. Because, if you look up the administrator's name. Maybe not. Yeah, I will. I'll eliminate this. Whatever, 31. So I got eliminated at around 7:50 and around 31. Or maybe not. It's Mr. Gracias. I mean, yeah, I'll eliminate it just because I'll do a Google search first and see if I can find this administrator or not. Oh well. Yeah, probably will now because I said administrator. Or just eliminate that word too. Or just cut this whole section out. That's probably the best idea, just to cut this section out. By the way, I'm passing by the, I'm just going to abbreviate it, but, RHPC. No, sorry. RHPS. If you can figure out those, you know where I am right now. RHPS, yeah. It's the name of a thing. Not a place, but like a movie. Anyways, so yeah, well, yeah, I moved on for them, really, except, like, I still gotta keep contact with some. Also, another one of my friends, I don't know, it's been a weird year for me, like, those, call them ex-friends, I don't know if there's ex-friends, but I'm just gonna call them ex-friends, again, I'm just saying that. We've been friends since, like, 8th grade. And then they decided to just, shove me off the back of the ship, I guess. That's the metaphor I'm using. They're just like, nah, just ignore me and, whatever. But if that's the people they are, what the hell are you doing? That's a cute dog, though. Hanging out the window. That's not really people I want to hang out with if they're literally, whatever. Anyway, let's move on to a different topic, just so I don't, just keep going down and down and down and down. Well, what else happened today? My hitting's going well, in baseball. I mean, it's not going really well, but it's getting better. Yeah, it's just getting better. It's kind of weird when you look around and you see, just what people do when they're at a stoplight. I mean, it's kind of weird to see someone looking at you, but it's interesting to see what people do. I used to keep a nail file in my car just so, because, I was just bored at stop signs, so I just file my nails. I think I either lost it or just, not doing it anymore. But it's interesting to see what people do. Like, well, a lot of people are on the phones. I usually not one of them. I don't text and drive. I don't ever text. Or I do Bluetooth calling, or at the worst, like, you know, put it on speaker and keep it in my lap. But I do, that's not going to incriminate me because, nah, I don't. I'm just not going to say anything, just so in case. I really doubt this will get pulled up in court, but I really don't want this to get pulled up in court. Anyways, there's not much happened today. Oh, yeah, well, we had an essay in EPGov that got pushed back. And good Lord, am I thankful for that. Because I fell asleep. Like, I didn't mean to fall asleep, but I fell asleep the past 2 days. And that would have been, like, today is the day it would have been due. And, like, I would have not been done at all. Just because I didn't start. Oh, I still got a bunch to read. Oh, yeah. So, yeah. Yesterday, I also submitted the final 2 college apps. So, yay to me. You know, it was I kind of regret the writing parts to some of it, but like one of them ought to let me in. You know, one of the this is hard to say. Well, not hard to say because it's hard to say, but it's like gotta find the right words. You know, my kind of my goal, my reach school is Johns Hopkins. It's a pretty good school. But like, I don't know if I really want to go there. I'm just saying Johns Hopkins because, like, you know, just, you know, kind of pressure. Because it's a good school. It's a good academic school, but I'm not sure it's the school I want to go to. And if it was like, I kind of realized it a little bit late because otherwise I'd try to, like, get into, like, this. Oh crap! I want somebody's in my eye. Into like some music. I'll see what I do when I get there, because, you know, luckily I play double bass, which isn't a very, you know, which isn't played a lot. You know, it's not a lot of bass players compared to other instruments, and so maybe I can skim by. You know, I probably should have applied for some music scholarships, you know, for lessons and crap. But I don't know what to play. And, like, I don't have anything to play. So, you know, I hopefully, kind of crossing my fingers, I hopefully, you know, can do some things when I get to those colleges. For maybe, if not freshman year, then for, you know, sophomore, junior, and senior, whatever. So, yeah. So that's my little dab about music. Because I want to keep playing music. Because I love playing music. Like, baseball. I like baseball. But it's not... If I could do one thing, play baseball or play music, I would play music 100 times over, you know, baseball. Because music is just... It's just awesome. Although I do love fielding fly balls. I'm like a dog. I guess pero alto is true because I do like chasing after balls. No homo. I'm just kidding. No, it's kind of funny. One of the running jokes of the baseball team is like you can say like the gayest crap ever and then just be like no homo and it's fine. It's just a running joke. So like, I effed the guy in the ass. No homo though, so it's alright, kid. It's like, alright. And, but, yeah. It's a small note. It's a little bit sarcastic because it's like saying, you suck. No offense. You are a terrible person and never want to see you again. You're like Hitler. No offense. I mean, it's just kind of a joke. It's like, how can you not take offense to that? You know? So it's just in a kind of facetious manner. Ugh, my face is itchy. I gotta take a shower when I get home. Good Lord, I don't really have much to talk about. One thing I'm happy about, since I'm first chair now, and since now the second chair kind of loathes me, it's good. It's good to have solid seating because, well, I feel again I said this earlier podcast, but I feel good that I feel good that I feel good on first chair because it's what I wanted primarily. But also because I don't have to worry about not playing well and then get relegated. It's just I'm first chair, and that's not going to change for at least until festival and stuff. Good Lordy. Sorry, again, traffic is bad, and my face is still itchy. Because I got this. We're playing Peace Calls Scheherazade, and I got a solo. I don't really have a solo. It's more just playing like high E and then D and then D double sharp to C sharp. D double sharp to C sharp. Dun, 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 dun. But I'm playing it in tune. The best part is I'm playing it in tune. One thing, I'm playing in tune. So I'm playing it in tune, which is really nice because if it's out of tune, it sounds like horse claw. Can't say that word. It honestly just sounds like bouge or horge ish. It just sounds like ish. So yeah. And, I don't have to worry. I just I'm focused on myself. It's really good for my state of mind. Even if I was second chair, I'd probably just maybe wouldn't be good for if I was second chair. But since I'm first chair, I just focus on myself. I don't have to worry. Well, I worry about third chair and fourth chair. Fourth chair a little bit. Not as much because she practices a lot. But third chair, I should probably edit that part out because I don't want to throw shade at people that might be listening or that might eventually listen. But no, I listened to third and fourth chair, and God, I gotta cut a lot of parts out of this because I keep insulting people and then saying names. I don't know. I don't want to insult anyone. Sometimes I do think a little too highly of myself sometimes. Meh. Well, yeah, that just happens. Oh, God. Through my mind, I'm considering not uploading this. But then I feel like I kind of have to because I told a friend I was already going to do a podcast. So I feel like I'd be letting everyone down. But then I feel like I'd be letting down people even more if I was just doing this. Because I'm not acting insane, which is usually how I act because I'm kind of tired and I have to do it to stay awake. It's not my usual podcast. But I'm just trying to figure something to talk about. I'm just I think I'm kind of depressed. I'm not I have friends that are suicidally depressed. I'm not suicidally depressed. Just kind of down. Just being I think it really is that AP test that brought me down because it's yeah. And the more I think about it, I have to stop talking about it because the more I think about it, the more sad I get. But I feel an itch to do something. That may remind some people of Spring Awakening, the itch to scratch. Ugh. That is sexual right there. La la da 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 ra, ra. What else is there? I mean, that's all that's going on in my life right now. Kind of, I also have to, I have to write a speech for, English. And the Super Bowl is coming up. And there's a lot, and I can talk about this. Hold on. Let me plan this out a little bit. So, and hopefully I can remember it. So I got a speech to do for English and some other stuff, but that's not really that important. Then the Super Bowl is coming up, and then we got a lock-in. Alright, so here we go. So, I got an English speech stuff to do, and it's like an honest speech. Like if you took like a truth serum, I mean, not like overtly true, like being like, hey, but like kind of stuff that you wouldn't really say in the speech. It's kind of like a truth. So yeah, I feel like talking about, I feel like, the way I'm gonna start it, and I suck at writing so much, by the way. It's just be like, although I'll talk about the speech writing process later. I just be like, well, senior year has been a weird year. I've gained some friends, and I lost some friends, but I also gained some friends. Because that's like the biggest thing to happen. Move up, please! I'm stuck in the intersection! What the hell are you doing? Also, speaking of my spelling of Hanukkah is, I love it. Because there's something I learned, is that there's no official English phonetic Hebrew translation. So really you can spell crap however you want it. Move up! I don't want to honk my horn. Don't make me honk my horn. I'm a clown. I'm not a clown. How much time do we have? I got 15 minutes left. Oh god, how long has it been? It's been 47 minutes. Good lord. Sam, you should have come with me and been on the podcast. Although, and then I could have taken Manny home too. Because I got nothing. Yeah, so I'm sorry if today's been let down, but I'm still gonna post it just because I said I would, and I'm a man, or according to some people, a boy child, which doesn't even make any sense. That's redundant. Boy child, it's boy and child. It's literally like the same. I mean, one's a gender, the other's an age, a gender and age, and then just an age. Boy child. Also, there's a 9th grader, Alex. I'm talking to you. That calls me child. I'm 3 years older than you. Come on. So I don't like talk to like Mr. Dale. I'm like child. I'm the 23-year-old teacher. And I'm like child. That guy honked his horn. Kind of want to flip him off, but then I feel like something unpleasant would happen. I don't know if I might say this again, but like it's always interesting to me. My parents threatened me with threatened me to get good grades and stuff by saying if you don't, like being like if you don't get good grades and you don't, well, mainly because I was like reading on the toilet. I wasn't like, I was just put the top down and I would just sit in the bathroom and read. Because in my room the lights would be turned off, but I could stay in the bathroom as long as I wanted. And then it'd be like, oh, also eventually it turned into watching YouTube, and that kind of, they're like, do you want to be a bus driver when you grow up? And like this was in like 7th grade, and I've been riding the bus ever since 3rd grade. I've been riding the bus, and I stopped in 11th grade because I could finally drive, and I needed to get to 0 period to play orchestra. I was like, do you want to be a bus driver when you grow up? And I'd be like, no, because I hate just driving just seems miserable. It is miserable. I mean, it doesn't seem miserable. It is miserable. Because it's just bad. I know people like English. It's a sense of freedom. This lady to my left is looking weird at me, so I'm gonna turn away and talk. But just like driving sucks. I'd rather take the metro, and I could, but it takes motherfucking forever. Can't wait till they extend the Purple Line, but then it's gonna be gone. I'm gonna be gone, and they're gonna be Purple Line, which is easy to access for me. But finally Purple Line will go where I probably need to expel that too. The Purple Line, just so it's easier for me to get places, because, I can keep the Purple Line in there. And last names, Purple Line, that'll be fine. Or not. Why are you leaving so much space when I get stuck in the intersection? So yeah, I hate driving. It's a cool thing. But I really just love to take, just the rail and maybe a bus. But seriously, just driving sucks. Because I have to drive for an hour, and now I'm driving and talking for an hour, and it just sucks. And just sucks. I'd rather, carpool and sleep. I didn't appreciate the bus as much as I could have. Because, on the bus, I got to sleep. I got to sleep to school. I got to sleep on the way home. Honestly, some of my, just most calm and best memories are on the bus. So practice would end at 5:45. Well, practice ended a little before that. Regardless, I'd have to leave at 5:45 because that's when the bus leaves. The buses leave. And so I'd have to get on the bus. And then usually, it's the last bus to go. Or a school bus. And so there's no one on it. And it takes an hour plus to get to my stop. And so I would just sleep. And it was glorious. It's the hum of the bus, which is really nice and comforting. And it's dark. And usually, if it's cold, we got the heater on, and usually it's warm. Especially when it got warm in the nights, those warm spring nights. It was honestly, I would sleep there over a bed anytime, cause you would just lay down, and I'd be so tired because when I got home, I got a lot of homework to do, and after practice, I'm exhausted, and so just lay down and sleep. It would suck when I would not be able to sleep, because then I'd have to, stay awake for the entire thing, and we'd be stuck in traffic for the longest ass time. It was horrible. But the longest bus ride ever took me was from the middle school, actually, because my high school is kind of near. It's easier to access than the middle school I went to. So, the longest I've ever been on a bus was 2 hours and 45 minutes. It was a Friday, and it was 3 o'clock, and it was, holy moly, it was so long. Oh my god. 2 hours and 45 minutes. We were starving because we didn't have any food to eat. Some guy had to use a bathroom, so he pissed in a bottle, and it was bus driver, I pissed in a bottle, and he's just throw it out the window, throw it out the door. So he went and threw it out the door onto the sidewalk. What made it worse was the bus driver. It was a substitute bus driver, and she decided it was she was just pissed at us because we were talking, even though this is some BS. And just pulled over and started eating her lunch. Seriously, and just seriously. Pulled over, started eating. I understand if you're hungry. It's, you could eat while you drive. I don't know. Buses are hard to drive though. For 2 hours and 45 minutes. I accidentally texted a friend I hadn't texted in a while. It's probably not the best. I don't know. I was bored out of my goddamn mind. Sorry. I was seriously. This is before the buses got high tech, so there was no. It was a hot Friday. It was a hot Friday in May or something. It was a hot Friday. There was no air conditioning. Like, this is a point in time the buses had no air conditioning. Well, I mean, maybe. But this particular bus didn't have any air conditioning, because I think this was when I was in 6th grade, maybe. Or 7th grade, I don't remember. But, like, no air conditioning, no music. I could talk about music later on bus music. And I'm totally off my schedule, but it doesn't matter anymore. Those are reserved topics in case I stop talking. Like, oh my god, that, like, okay. So also in 3rd grade, it was on a regular school bus, regular seats, no air conditioning, no music, just a DS. I didn't actually have my DS, but a few other people. But it took us, we went to this thing called Astro Camp. Took us 8 hours to get there. And, like, oh my god, and it was long. 8 hours is a long time. We just gotta talk. Minor league baseball players, they, like, drive 18 hours straight, and that's motherfucking crazy. But, like, 8 hours, 3rd grade, and eventually, they're like, oh my god, I went to a rich elementary school. Like, my family, myself, middle class, but we're not particularly, we're not poor, we're not rich, we're kind of meh. I could best explain it this way. My college options are kind of limited depending on how much financial aid we get. So, that should give you an idea. That itself is its own it's cluster cluck. So, my nose is just tearing me apart. I really gotta take a shower because I'm itching everywhere. Oh, and then eventually they raised enough money for a coach. They raised like $5,000 every year. This elementary school I went to, because it's in Laurel Canyon. Holy cannoli! Like, oh my Lord, Jesus, Mary, and Joseph, they were rich. They were. It's like people know where the high school is. It's like La Jolla in San Diego. Sorry, that's not a high school, it's a college. That's UC, what the hell am I talking about? UC San Diego. La Jolla. It's richer than my... like, serious. And these were also... It's kind of like Topanga. I once dated someone that lived in Topanga. It's kind of like... not like as much weed as there is in Topanga, but like it's a little bit hippy dippy. I like to say hippy dippy because it's not fun to say hippie, but hippy dippy, because there's hippie and then there's hippy dippy. Actually, I don't really separate the two. It's just hippie and hippy dippy. I just say hippy dippy because it's fun to say. Hippy dippy, hippy dippy, hippy dippy. Cluster cluck. Anyways, so yeah, and so they're like, oh my god, coach buses, and then it was like 9 hours to Yosemite and 8 hours, but we got to watch some movies. I watched Blazing Saddles when I was in 3rd grade. I don't know if that's good or bad, but that's an R-rated movie. I missed it before PG-13 was invented. But, like, it's hilarious. Elementary school is kind of like middle school. In the sense that there's a lot of sex jokes. Like, seriously, my elementary school, like, my best friend just loved penis jokes. Just dick jokes. Maybe that's just a childish thing, though. But yeah. And so I took the bus, it's just really long this time. And then that's the longest I've ever been on like a yellow school bus was 8 hours. So yeah, Actually, I stopped taking the bus in 10th grade, and I kind of missed it a little bit, but really not that much because, being in control of your own schedule is really, really nice. It's just the driving part that sucks. Like, I don't have to wake up to get to the stop. I'm waking up. I'm leaving my house actually right about the same time. I usually take the bus and we get to school around 7:30. Now I'm leaving at the same time, but I'm getting to school at 7. So, it's really nice. It's quite nice in the mornings, but then the drive home just sucks. The person I carpool every day, he once told me that he was going to get his license and drive me home. But no, I wouldn't have let him. 2, he still doesn't have his license. Alright. So, all on my street, and that I think an point. So yeah. And so, whenever I drive, he usually sleeps. Good and bad. I probably talked about it. Anyways, I'm on my street. Well, I'm not exactly on my block, but I'm close enough. So, what did we learn on the show tonight, Jake? Well, firstly, we learned that I kind of suck at I suck at this podcast. Well, I think at least that I suck at this podcast when I get knocked in the brains. I had a helmet on, so it wasn't that bad. I mean, I was slurring my words. It was like I was drunk. Because I thought it was okay. And I was just like slurring my words. I was like, I'm okay, coach. And he's like, you're slurring your words. I was like, really? It wasn't a severe slur, but it was like, usually I don't talk very articulate. Well, not usually, but like oftentimes I don't talk very articulate. So it's hard to tell. But like I was actually slurring my words. And I was like, really? And then I was listening to it and I was slurring my words. And it was funny. So yeah. So the key to a good podcast is being wickedly tired and having things to talk about. Also, setting schedules is arbitrary when you actually get passionate about talking to someone, like school buses. What else did we learn? Well, we learned that if you're ever going to abandon someone, just tell them to their face what you think. Sorry, that it just angers me a little bit. Like, I'm probably gonna be okay. We broke an hour. So yeah, parked in there. We learned that went to a rich elementary school. We learned that, it's nice to not have to drive yourself sometime. We learned that you do more than you think you do. Like you deserve more credit than you give yourself. And we learned, what else did we learn? I feel like there's one more thing. I can't remember. I talk about a bit of things I didn't really get too passionate about, so. Well, we learned that I suck at AP Physics. And I gotta get some work done. I gotta stop talking about it because it really depresses me. Alright, so, oh my god! Ah! So, how I've been kind of like railing on this blinking light? Well, it's not blinking anymore. It's just solid. Maybe it's because I'm early. Maybe we'll start blinking later. Well, it's an improvement. It's annoying me less. Although it really shouldn't be on. Anyways, so, stay awesome. Alright. Let me think of a closing. Alright, well, stay awesome. And, you're more awesome than you think you are. Regardless, most of the time, you're more awesome than you think you are. Yes, you're gonna mess up sometimes. But as long as, you're good-spirited, and you're not a dick, you're good. Alright, so, and usually all the people that are listening to the podcast aren't dicks. If you're a dick, then I probably wouldn't be a friend with you. It's hard to say. It's a line. It's a line, You don't want to say everyone because some people are really just mean and assholery. God, I can't really say that on a family-friendly show, can I? But, all the people that are listening to this that I know, you're awesome. Stay awesome. So, and I'll talk to you later. Cheers.